We are live.
Nirav, we didn't introduce you.
Yeah, so I'm basically Honorary Secretary on HRA Western Region, and FHRA, I'm the Executive Committee. And we have hotels in Baroda, Jamnagar, and Mumbai, primarily.
Sir also.
And and he's the one who takes care of maximum work, Pradeep and Nirav. And of course, under guidelines of Mr. Kohli.
I like to be on the background here, so let's be there only.
And Pradeep, please introduce Surendraji also. Jaiswal ji hai.
Jaiswal ji is our North Indian chapter president and also the president of UC Hotels and Association. And amongst this, all the businesses, the smallest business is the hotel business. And he runs the Ramada at Lucknow, which is what, 200 rooms, sir?
Somraj Garu.
Yes, sir. Yes, boss.
Have you read the new Kamath committee report, expert report?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I read it, but I didn't read the whole thing. But it doesn't list the hospitality industry in the 26. At least in the newspaper, I couldn't see it.
It is there, sir. It's number 4.
It is there.
Okay, in the newspaper they didn't say that. No, it is there. It is there, sir. Okay.
I'll forward you that.
Okay, forward. I don't know what's the view of the finance minister and the government in this hospitality sectors. For some reason, I feel there's not enough pressure from the hoteliers to look into this sector because this is the hardest hit sector and this will be the slowest sector which will come up in terms of occupancy and in terms of this. This will be very slow. It's a long term. So I'm not sure.
But sir, actually, the norms right now that they have that Mr. Kamath committee has recommended is more stringent than pre-COVID. But it's actually I spent a lot of time reading through it yesterday and today. More stringent than what it used to be.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, no.
I'll make some notes and send it to you.
Yeah.
We need to, regarding this this expert committee report pointers. We need to sort of look into it because they have made it even more difficult now.
Pradeep actually started looking into that.
Okay.
So I think in a day or two we should be ready with the draft.
Okay.
Tomorrow we should be able to do. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Sir.
Good evening. Somraj Garnara.
Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Technical problem aayate.
Kishan Reddy garu, SP Reddy.
Namaskaram. कोई टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आया था क्या?
Yeah.
शुरू करो.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Thank you for agreeing to come on this platform for an interaction with the Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Associations of India. FHRA is a body of all hotels and restaurants in the country. I will very quickly introduce the panel with us. We have with us Mr. Jaiswal, who is the president of the Northern India chapter of Hotels and Restaurant Association. He's from UP, he's a hotelier from Lucknow. We have Mr. Gurbaksh Singh Kohli, who is the vice president of the FHRA and the president of the Western India chapter, hotelier from Mumbai. We have Somaraju sir, who is known to you, who is from Hyderabad. Yeah. I have Mr. Nirav Gandhi, he's from Gujarat, he's the Western India chapter representative. I have Reddy sir, who needs no introduction from the engineering group. And Mr. Hari Arumugam from Tamil Nadu. He's a member of the South India chapter with us. Welcoming you, I'll just pass it on to Mr. Kohli and for a quick introduction and to take it forward. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you for having this, agreeing to have this interaction with us. Not taking a lot of time, I will just quickly go through it. I will leave numbers and statistics out because everybody knows by now by heart what has happened. Sir, hospitality and tourism is a very important sector for any economy, and as mentioned by the Honorable Prime Minister in his speech, out of the 5 pillars, 5T, tourism was the most important. And in India, it was actually poised to take greater heights and new milestones. Sir, as you are aware, also our industry it's a hugely labor intensive one. And it's also the biggest employment generator of both direct and indirect jobs. Therefore, out of say 50 million employed by the hospitality and tourism industry, the hotel and restaurant sector accounts for 35 million only. Only hospitality accounts for 35 million. And that is about 12.5% of the total employment generated in the entire country. So it is well known that COVID has severely impacted the overall economy of the country, various industries. However, a really gigantic jolt has been received by the hospitality industry. As we know, we are the first to fall and the latest to rise, last to rise. Many of our members, including hotels and restaurants, after these 5 months are at a stage to declare almost bankruptcy, as there have been no bookings and no customers, etc., obviously because of the lockdown. So forward bookings and reopenings, which could have happened, now it seems more and more difficult with the news of the disease spreading globally through different states, through different sectors, and further extensions and re-extensions of lockdown. So we know you to have a special place for tourism and hospitality in your heart, as you deeply understand the industry and its potential. We have always known you to be a friend of the industry, and therefore we see you striving positively towards its upliftment over the year. Sir, we sincerely hope that you will actually save the industry by your immediate intervention. There is no revenue during the lockdown, yet our rentals, salary bills, statutory payments still have to be paid. We would have to spend more after the lockdown on hygiene and safety measures, and worse by social distancing rules, which may just cut guest capacities into half. So post-COVID, more than we presume, more than about 35 to 40% of the industry may not even exist and it may succumb. So we also proudly stand by the government always in its worst condition, and although we are awaiting the much needed stimulus, we have stood shoulder to shoulder with the government, offering our hotel rooms for quarantine passengers, doctors, medical workers, and other sectors. And our restaurants have thrown open their kitchens and are preparing meals and distributing for the needy. So we are like the government and the various agencies. We see ourselves as a true Corona warrior. Summing it up, sir, we seek your immediate support by way of allowing the hospitality establishments to restart their operations, by which my other colleagues will take over point by point, as has been done in almost every country in the world. So rooms and places to eat and drink will be required as soon as people start traveling. Although there are the central government has opened the sector, there are various issues which my colleagues will take up at various state levels. So we need to further supplement the initiative the hospitality and tourism fraternity will be glad to extend its best possible support to the government of India and particularly to the Ministry of Home Affairs. While I take this opportunity again to thank you and look forward to receiving your kind support and cooperation as always. I will request the Honorable Minister to say a few words and address us. Thank you, sir.
Shall I speak?
Yes, sir. Sir, if you can speak for a few minutes and then we'll have to ask you one question.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Distinguished office bearers and executive members of FHRIA present in this webinar. It is indeed a pleasure for me to interact with you all. Today, everybody knows entire world is fighting a common enemy in the form of COVID-19. Every nation is developing its own way and means to tackle its impact. The impact of COVID-19 has been worse on some sectors such as tourism, hospitality, entertainment, education, etc. Even other sectors also. MSME, real estate also, even industries also, they started some activity. But tourism, service sector, hospitality, entertainment, education is indeed one of the worst affected sectors due to this pandemic. Everybody knows. The situation becomes even more difficult and challenging because for the prevailing situation, this sector will take relatively longer time to come back to normalcy, I think. As our Honorable Prime Minister has shown to all of us, neither can we sit ideal, nor we can permissible. We must convert this adversity into opportunity, advantage, and it is precisely because of this reason that the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, has given the concept of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. I am extremely happy that the Federation of Hotels and Restaurant Association of India has decided to reach out and put forth important issues facing the sector. I am welcoming also. I congratulating also this association. I think it is a very important to put all perspectives out of on the table on the hold in depth deliberations on ideas and suggestions. I am confident that the webinar will prove to be an important milestone on our road to recovery. I believe managing the recovery of the sector and reopening the will require to focus on three fundamental aspects. Number one, it must cater to the safety norms, number one. At the same time, make destinations attractive for the tourists and remain economically viable. The government, as being cognizant on the evolving situation, has taken a number of steps for extending the relief and mitigating the immediate impact and the pandemic. Our government has put in place various measures for crisis management and supporting tourism stakeholders. At the beginning of the outbreak of itself, Government of India set up a COVID-19 cell in the Ministry of Tourism, set up a 24x helpline. Several guidelines were disseminated for the benefit of the industry. For standard foreign and tourist, the stranded in India portal was set up to effectively tackle the evolving situation. A joint working group with state tourism officers, with the Government of India. We are all aware that many people have lost jobs. Sorry. The Government of India is working in different ways to provide reskilling and upskilling to these people. I also encourage industry leaders and organizations to submit their expert recommendations for the government to consider. Any such inputs would be highly valued. I request the organizers to submit representation in this regard. The focus has been surviving. As we move forward, we must increasingly focus on reviving for a rapid movement. I think so. This is a rapid movement towards the phase of thriving. By adhering to the government guidelines and the suggestions of the experts, the sector can definitely start attracting tourism. Hospitality industry is primarily about our ethos grounded in the philosophy of Atithi Devo Bhava. This is a culture of India. Customer safety and well-being is inherent to the Indian industry. Dear friends, I believe focusing on well-being and mental peace will make tourism and hospitality sector a need for people seeking reviews from the stress of the pandemic. Government of India constituted, particularly Honorable Prime Minister, unofficially is constituted 3-4 group of ministers. In that, I am also one group of leading, that is skill development and employment generation. 8 members team. I am the convener. Tarchan Gehlotji, a senior minister for social justice, is a chairman. In that ministry, in this group, Minister of Labour Employment, Minister of Tourism, Minister of Skill Development, Minister of External Affairs, Minister of MSME, Minister of Tribal Welfare, Arjun Munda. 8 members are ministers. We submitted 2 reports to the Prime Minister. We are going to submit two reports. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we are meeting, one more meeting, along with all these ministers, discuss this issue. I think this is not only India issue, entire world is facing same issue because of population, because of non-availability of infrastructure, medical facility, finance problem, and different regions, different language, different caste, different religions, different political parties, different governments, different ideology, so much of democracy. We are facing so many problems, everybody knows. That's why slowly increasing. Government of India now given instruction entrusted to the state governments to deal pandemic, because still today there is a 5 states, Telangana, Andhra, because I will start my state only. Telangana, Andhra, UP, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. These 5 states are 62% positive cases and 72% of deaths. These only 5 states. Other states, positive cases also decreasing, deaths also decreasing. Fatality rate is today is a 1.57. That's why we cannot put because I saw some part of presentations. Common restrictions, common directions, we cannot implement in the country. That's why there are 3-4 issues. One, schools, education. Number 2, cinema theaters. Number 3, marriage halls. Like that, we are all India basis, we putting restrictions. Other restrictions, we are given liberty to state differ. Even some states, they are home quarantine. Still, Kerala, anybody comes from outside the country, still they are implementing 14 days home quarantine. Slowly, other states, they are withdrawing these quarantine restrictions. That is a democratic country, cooperative federalism, because Disaster Management Act, we can give restrictions or withdraw the restrictions. But a state government can put any restriction. That is a Disaster Management Act, they have right. Still, I will hear your opinions and I will talk to last if anything you want. I once again thank you all the organizers for holding this activity. I look forward to inputs from all the distinguished important persons. I wish everyone best of luck. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful inputs to us. We really appreciate each one of your suggestions, and we all, central government has done a tremendous job in containment and in spreading a lot of knowledge with all the guidelines, successive guidelines. I would just like your permission to allow each of the panelists to just convey to you the problems that we are facing so that this can reach the highest level of your government so that our problems can be understood. For that reason, I'll just pass it over to Somaraju sir, who will now address one query. Thank you.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, thank you for accepting, giving us time. And the main thing I would like to raise here.
Somaraj is my closest friend in Hyderabad.
Sir.
My family friend. Continue, sir. Sorry.
Sir, the main point what I would like to raise here is, as you correctly said, a lot of employment loss is there in our industry. So, is there any possibility for the government to help us in this sector? So, our unemployment, because all these last 4-5 months we've been bearing them with all the minimum things. Few people had given half of the salaries, few people had given food, few people had given accommodation, and etc. Whatever has been able to do from as an individual hotel owners, we have done everything. So in the same time, we also lost the training part, which we generally provide to all our staff and all. So as you correctly said, you are the in charge for this training and skill development program. As a FHRA, we do have an institute called Federation of Hotel Industry Institute is there, FAID. So in Noida, Delhi. So we, as from the association, we come forward to give that space and all for letting the government use for the skill development program and on some kind of working with the government. That will be great helpful, sir. This is the point what I would like to say.
Yeah, I am also requesting you for submitting the report to the Honorable Prime Minister or Government of India on behalf of GOM, our GM, I am convener. Give me some inputs within 2-3 days.
Sure, sir.
For skill development and employment generation, how to, in this pandemic situation, coming 5 years, we are inquiring agriculture sector, we are encouraging e-commerce, maybe we are incurring tribal sector, handicapped, artisans, handlooms. How can you market in the outside? Because we want to decrease the imports, particularly our neighbor country, you know everybody. We want to replace imports and substitute manufacturing and export also. That's why we are planning, example, bulk drugs. We are depending 70% from one country, that is neighbor country, India, because formulations is a very big size of production. Entire world we are supplying, including America or developed countries. From India, we are supplying the formulation medicines. But bulk drugs, we are depending total 70% of one country. We are came with one package to develop the bulk drugs. We are SEZ with the bulk drug unit production centers. That also one center going to come in Telangana, nearby airport. We are giving lot of incentives because we want to start from nearby country. That's why we are aiming and little financial resources of the country, because last so many years economical crisis everybody knows, but last 7 months, 6 months, 18% of GST, 18%, 19%. This month maybe 40 to 50% maybe GST will come. That is not calculation. That is not my department. I do not know. But lot of financial crisis already in this COVID situation. We have taken 7 to 8 lakh crores loans from different financial institutions, banks, Reserve Bank, and some more loans we may get. We are given state governments to take their own loans. Government and India will give surety to the state governments, and interest also we will pay the state government because GST loss is there. Interest we will pay, sureties we will give. Once economical situation is normal, we will pay 100% to reimburse the state government. That is the idea. Because we are already taken loans from different organizations, Government of India. We are also facing the problem like you. But in this, finally, you may give inputs. How can we come out with employment generation and skill upliftment of these people? Because there is a hotel workers, lakhs of workers, they lose their jobs. When the hotels full-fledged they will start, we don't know. God will knows. Because if you open, people will not come. 100%. People will come. Some people are 40% or 60%, but 100% cannot come because still panic situation is there in the families. They are not ready with entire family to go to the restaurant and eat. That is the situation in some people, because big hotels there is a problem. Still, we should come out with this crisis. Government of India with you, and I'm also finally one more I have a request. Please give me some inputs. Thank you.
We'll definitely, sir.
So, sir, in this, before we move on, just one suggestion, we will put it to you. There is an employee state insurance fund, which is available with the central, where every employee and the employer, owner, and they put in every month, there is some into this fund. There are some 30,000 crore fund lying. We had suggested also already to the PM also that these funds can be used for employee support during the pandemic. Sir, as you know, the hotel supported for the first 3-4 months. Now with no business, how long can hotels pay? So some employee support can come. Some small measure has been announced for employees below 15,000 salary, but nothing concrete has come forward. So we will submit to you on paper on this avenue, which can be utilized to support the employees during this period.
We are decided today, Monday, there should be when GO, I will inquire. I taken this issue with Employment Generation and Honorable Prime Minister. And today, Monday, they are going to release a GO for 3 months salary. Those who are ESI, PA, and Provident Fund employees, they are going to 50% salary for 3 months. The Government of India decided. Today, GO should come and I will inquire after this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, next question.
Including teachers also. Because all scooter teachers, they are not getting. Pradeep, sorry, I mean, Minister PS Labor Minister. You GO తీస్తామన్నారు 3 months salary తీశారని తెప్పియాలి నా పేరు చెప్పి మాట్లాడు. Okay, continue, sir.
So before we go on to the next one, the next issue is that about the financial support that has come from the central government. So then the only support that came from was the MSME ministry, where an emergency credit line was given to whoever was holding loans. And thereafter there was moratorium on repayment of loan up till the end of August. But that has ended now, and now there is a restructuring plan which has come out, which RBI has come out. I will pass it on to Mr. Reddy sir over here to discuss that the measures are there, but there are problems in those measures because that it is not reaching our industry. And what are the small 2-3 suggestions? We will of course put it on paper, but I'll just request Reddy sir to put it across to you so that you are aware of it. Yes, Reddy sir.
SP Reddy. I am from Hyderabad and we have known you for a long time. We met on several occasions also. As you said, I own a Marriott hotel in Hyderabad, Marriott Executive Apartments in Gachibowli. Okay, I'm also building another JW Marriott 7-star hotel in Financial District, sir. As our members are saying, sir, this is the hardest hit industry and the last one to wake up, I guess. And we don't know when that wake-up call is going to come. So last 6 months, sir, the moratorium helped us. But in Hyderabad city, sir, the entire occupancy for the last 6 months, the average occupancy is less than 8%. Some of the hotels have closed down because they can't pay the minimum water bill or minimum electricity bill. Government has not even given us concession on there, including the liquor license. We can't serve liquor for last 6 months. We respect the Honorable Prime Minister appeal and the state government appeal. But we are forced to pay liquor license renewal again. They should automatically give us an extension, sir. When it comes to the bank loan, sir, from September 1st, from October 1st, we are now supposed to pay our bank loans, which are in crores. Some have anywhere from 55 lakhs per month to crores of rupees they have to make installment. With no business, how can we make, sir? So we request through your ministry and through you, sir, that they should give us a moratorium for about 2 years, waiver of interest only for this particular industry. The interest waiver could be, we could also recommend that, probably the owners will come up with some interest payment at the tail end of the loan. And the restructuring that Pradeep was telling, it is a very short term, sir. It is a 2-year term. It's not going to work. I have built hotels in US, sir, where generally our loan repayment is done over a period of 20 years. It amortized over 20 years, and then we pay off in 10 years or 15 years. And the interest rate is also too high. I think this sector, in order to, because it is badly impacted, we request through your ministry, sir, to specially focus on this particular industry and help in the financial terms in crafting a special policy, sir. And also I request that this industry should be declared as a priority industry for banking, for banks to give us loan. Because this is the industry, there's a huge demand pre-COVID, there's a huge demand shortfall of hotel rooms. Now for JW Marriott that I plan to build, sir, I was supposed to start the groundbreaking in July. Now I have postponed it to a year or 2 years. It's a large investment, lot of employment I could create. There's a direct impact and indirect impact on the economy that we, all of us, support. So these are the 2-3 points, sir, I think you should take up, because 6 months is over. Next month, I don't know. None of my colleagues, my friends, my partners in this industry know where to get the money to pay it. We are exhausted, and a lot of them are at the verge of bankruptcy. But this industry needs a special focus and a special eye. Probably there should be a special task force that the Prime Minister has to have you or somebody head with some senior bureaucrats to focus only on this hospitality industry, especially the hotels, the star hotels and the restaurants and all that part, which part of this group, sir. So a special task force is required to study, analyze it quickly and give us some reprieve, sir. Otherwise, we have put hundreds of crores in this business and we are at the verge of closing down, shutting down, and nothing, we can't get anything out of it, sir. So please, these are the things I would, Pradeep, probably we will make all these points, sir, and we will let you know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reddy Garu. Thank you.
Jaiswal ji, if you would like to take the next question.
Surinder Kumar Jaiswal, President UP Hotel and Restaurant Association, President Northern India Hotel and Restaurant Association, and Vice President FHRI. So as you rightly said, the employment is one of the most important things, and we have to.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए.
As you rightly said, that employment is the major concern of all of us, even the government and the private owners also. We thank you that for socials and weddings and MICE, you have increased the numbers from 50 to 100. But sir, there are.
इस बार भी सब इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, आप हिंदी बोले ना, अच्छा रहता है.
हाँ ठीक है सर, मैं हिंदी बोलूँगा.
हाँ, सब इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, हिंदी बोलो आप थोड़ा.
माननीय मंत्री जी, जैसा कि आपका विजन है और सोमा राजू सर ने भी यही बात कही है कि हमारा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन कैसे बढ़े, तो माननीय मंत्री जी, एक जो बहुत बड़ा सेक्टर है वो है सोशल, वेडिंग्स और कॉन्फ्रेंसेस का, जिसको माइस हम कहते हैं. हम आपका धन्यवाद करेंगे कि आपने 50 से 100 उसको बढ़ाया है. परंतु माननीय मंत्री जी, हमने अपने रिप्रेजेंटेशन में भी दिया हुआ है कि अगर जिनके वेन्यूज बहुत बड़े हैं और वो पूरे सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के लिए आप स्क्वायर फीट के हिसाब से आप उसको कर दीजिए कि हम 10 स्क्वायर फीट एक आदमी का मानते हैं, किसी का 10,000 स्क्वायर फीट का हॉल है, तो उसके अंदर भी हम मेंशन की क्लोज्ड जो हमारा हॉल है उसमें 300 आदमी, और ओपन अगर 50,000 स्क्वायर फीट का लॉन है तो उसमें 500 लोगों को की अनुमति आने वाले दिनों के लिए अक्टूबर वगैरह में दे दी जाए, क्योंकि नवंबर और दिसंबर में बहुत शांतियां और थोड़े से ही उसमें वेडिंग्स के वो है, और वेडिंग्स में एम्प्लॉयमेंट बहुत ज़्यादा वो होता है. जो अभी लोग बाहर बैठे हुए हैं, दे कैन बी रीएम्प्लॉयड, और उन लोगों को कम से कम इन कुछ महीनों के लिए उनको रिलीफ मिल सकता है जब तक कि ये सीजन चलता है. तो we will try to follow all the social protocols, all the protocols of MHAs, and if you can help us in increasing these number of जो लोग उसके अंदर आने आमंत्रित लोगों की संख्या को 100 से बढ़ाकर क्लोज्ड वेन्यूज में 300 और ओपन जगह में 500 करने की कृपा करें माननीय मंत्री. एक बहुत छोटा सा विषय है नई दिल्ली के लिए माननीय मंत्री जी. जो ईटिंग हाउस, जो रेस्टोरेंट के लाइसेंसेस होते हैं, वो वहाँ पर क्या होता है दिल्ली में, सब जगह भी यही होता है कि हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट या तो देता है और दूसरा FSSAI, 2 डिपार्टमेंट्स गवर्निंग होता है. दिल्ली एक पर्टिकुलर ऐसा स्टेट है जहाँ पर कि पुलिस ईटिंग हाउस लाइसेंस देती है. माननीय मंत्री जी, हमारे LG महोदय ने एनडीएमसी को आदेश दिए कि जितने भी रेस्टोरेंट दिल्ली में थे, क्योंकि आधे से ज़्यादा तो बंद हो चुके हैं, अब जो खुलने के हैं उनका लाइसेंस जो है ऑटोमेटिक रिन्यूअल कर दिया जाए, और एनडीएमसी ने ऑटोमेटिक रिन्यूअल लाइसेंसेस के कर दिए। लेकिन वहाँ जो पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट है, उन्होंने अपना एक MHA पोर्टल बनाया है, जो माननीय मंत्री जी आपके अधिकार क्षेत्र के अंदर आता है। उसमें वो जो एनडीएमसी ने
मैं ही उद्घाटन किया हूँ, वो पोर्टल को मैं ही उद्घाटन किया हूँ।
हाँ, यस सर, तो मैं माननीय मंत्री जी आपको उसको बधाई देता हूँ। लेकिन उसमें वो क्या कह रहे हैं, जब एनडीएमसी ने ऑटोमेटिक रिन्यूअल लाइसेंस कर दिया, आफ्टर चेकिंग ऑल दोस 45 various things which are required, then they should feed the license to NDMC and renew it automatically. Now they are again demanding all those 40 or 45 things to renew that license, and that is creating a lot of problems in this time when the employment is needed. और इस समय जबकि जो है तुरंत उनका लाइसेंसेस रिन्यू करा दिया जाए आपकी तरफ से, तो कम से कम जो बंद पड़े हैं रेस्टोरेंट वो जल्द से जल्द खुल जाए और लोगों के एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिल जाए। माननीय मंत्री जी, ये मेरा आपसे निवेदन है। हमारे आपके पास आने से पहले दिल्ली के कई लोगों ने हमें मैसेजेस किए हैं जो हम आपको पास ऑन कर रहे हैं। माननीय मंत्री जी, एक और है, जैसा कि हमारे रेड्डी साहब ने भी आपको कहा कि हमने कोविड के टाइम पे माननीय मंत्री जी सारे होटल्स पूरे भारतवर्ष में जितने भी होटल्स थे उन्होंने अपने दरवाजे खोल दिए थे, और क्वारंटाइन के लिए मिनिमम रेट्स हम लोगों ने लिए, जो इससे हमारे खर्चे भी नहीं निकल रहे थे और हमको घाटे हुए। डॉक्टर्स के लिए भी हम लोगों ने मिनिमम रेट्स लिए जो गवर्नमेंट ने फिक्स किए। आप अस्पताल का रेट फिक्स भी किया आपने, लेकिन हमारा रेट आप अगर देखेंगे तो 1000, 1500, 2000 5 स्टार होटल्स के हुए, जो कि हमारा उसका बिजली का भी खर्चा नहीं निकला। देखिए माननीय मंत्री जी, ये हमारा अपना
हॉस्पिटल का 1 लाख था, सेम ट्रीटमेंट हॉस्पिटल में कोई ट्रीटमेंट नहीं था, उसमें 1 लाख है, वही ट्रीटमेंट, वही फूड, वही बेड, होटल में 3000 थे।
राइट माननीय मंत्री जी, तो हमने अपना कर्तव्य समझ के जो है सरकार के साथ में, इस डिजास्टर के साथ में पूरा अपना कर्तव्य निभाया। माननीय मंत्री जी, जैसा कि हमारे कोहली साहब ने भी कहा कि हमारे किचन्स खोल दिए गए सबके लिए, हम लोगों ने कभी परवाह नहीं की कि जो है हमारे यहाँ भी कोविड हो जाएगा। दिल्ली में और अन्य स्टेट में माननीय मंत्री जी होटल्स को हॉस्पिटल्स में भी कन्वर्जन किया गया। आप दिल्ली में तो सारे होटल्स एक्वायर कर लिए गए थे जो हॉस्पिटल्स के लिए, उसमें भी माननीय मंत्री जी हम लोगों ने पूरा अपना सहयोग दिया। अब आप माननीय मंत्री जी उसी समय मिनिस्टर ऑफ टूरिज्म गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया वो एक सारे स्टेट्स को लिख के भेजते हैं कि भाई ये इंडस्ट्री को बहुत तकलीफ में है, इसके आप लाइसेंसेज ऑटोमेटिक रिन्यूअल कर दीजिए, इसके जो फिक्स्ड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस और डिमांड चार्जेस, आज हमारा खर्चा नहीं हो रहा बिजली का, लेकिन हम उसको डिमांड और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस हमको पेमेंट करने पड़ रहे हैं, अदरवाइज आपकी बत्ती काट दी जाएगी। हमने प्रॉपर्टी को 6 महीने तक यूज नहीं किया, बार्स भी और रेस्टोरेंट्स भी अभी जी माननीय मंत्री जी, आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
మినిస్టర్ గారు వినలేకపోతున్నాం, we are not able to hear.
ओके
मिनिस्टर गाరు,
माननीय मंत्री जी, हमारा कहना है,
मैं बोलने का मतलब ये है, जो भी दिल्ली संबंधित विषय है आप थोड़ा अलग एक मेमोरेंडम बना के मुझे दीजिए, मैं अमित शाह जी से बात करके दिल्ली पुलिस वालों को प्रॉपर इंस्ट्रक्शन मैं देता हूँ।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। मैं लास्ट बस मेरा है कि माननीय मंत्री जी, माननीय पर्यटन मंत्री जी ने उसके बाद स्टेट्स को लिखा कि प्रॉपर्टी टैक्स में, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस में, लाइसेंस फी और बार में, जैसा रेड्डी साहब ने कहा, और ऑटोमेटिक रिन्यूअल ऑफ लाइसेंसेस के, इसके लिए माननीय मंत्री जी ने सारे स्टेट्स को लिखे। उसके बाद गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने भी लिखा, लेकिन उसका अनुपालन नहीं हो रहा। माननीय मंत्री जी, मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि जब स्टेट्स डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक्ट को यूज करते हैं सारे लोगों के लिए, तो माननीय मंत्री जी आपके विभाग से अगर एक सहयोग इतना मिल जाए कि भाई जो पर्यटन मंत्रालय जो है आपको रिकमेंड कर रहा है, कम से कम उसको तो आप मानिए, इसके लिए आपकी बहुत बहुत कृपा होगी। माननीय मंत्री जी, धन्यवाद। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू सुरेंद्र जी, थैंक यू।
Hari, if you can go on and quickly tell your.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Tell me, Hari garu.
Sir, this is regarding the guidelines that is given by MHA, and these guidelines we request from the fraternity that if it could be made uniform across the country, sir. MHA gives us a guideline. SOPs are given by MHAs, but then what happens is in each and every state and in the states, in each and every city, they keep altering it, and it is becoming a little difficult to follow it, sir. So we would like to have a uniform code across the country.
Ariji, I already told.
Yes, sir.
Lockdown, unlockdown 3, unlockdown 4.
Yes, sir.
We given full freedom to the state governments.
Yes, sir.
Up to unlock 1, unlock 2, entire we put a restrictions and unlock 3, unlock 4. We given to freedom to the state governments. You want to quarantine or lockdown, everything we given to the state government's preview. That is the problem we are facing, I know.
Sir, the problem is also that it's the guidelines, sir. The guidelines, if, for example, Kerala follows one, for example, let us say there is a guest who stays in our hotel and, he turns out to be COVID positive. So what is the norm, sir? There is a norm that says you shut down the room for 48 hours. There is a norm that has come out in a hill station. They are saying you're closed for a week. Now the entire hotel is closed for a week. So these are each and into, every state, every city has its own norms. So our request is, from the MHA, if guidelines and the SOPs can be made uniform across the country, it will be helpful, sir.
Ariji, relaxations or restrictions now under state government preview.
Okay, sir.
That is the problem. Only we in our hand,
yes.
Schools, cinema theaters, the two major sectors only we are all over India we given instructions. But because of 5 states very serious, some areas there is no corona seriousness also. That's why that area they can give free. That's why entire country common SOPs now cannot implement in this junction.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more thing, adding to Mr. Jaiswal what he had said, and Mr. Reddy Garu, the hospitality fraternity has been requesting infrastructure status for a very long time, and the current infrastructure norms that is given to hospitality industry is a non-possibility, sir. The the conditions that they have put. If you could please recommend, sir, to relook at the infrastructure status, that will benefit the industry in getting loans and for a lesser interest for a longer term.
Absolutely, because Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji very particular about this service sector and in the hotel sector to encourage in coming days. That's why is a constituted a subcommittee in the ministry also. That's why definitely you come some suggestions, some come with preparation, paperwork, groundwork. Definitely, Government of India with you, absolutely with you. I'm open-heartedly, I'm telling. I'm in the meeting, number of meetings. He is very much interested to encourage hotel industry, service sector industry. Really, I'm telling.
Sir, very positive to hear, sir. At least in all these difficult times, what you are saying is at least giving us some moral boost, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, going to the next one. So finally, one request is that whenever the MHA is planning to allow international travel, because that constitutes a very big business segment. Of course, we are also recommending that now testing is allowed. Testing on arrivals could be started at all airports, and now even for many Vande Bharat flights also, testings are made to be done at the port of departure and to be uploaded. All those facilities are very good facilities, initiatives started by your government. We are only requesting that international travel should start sooner, the better for the industry, so that we can come back on our feet whenever you think it is a good time to start with that. And sir, on the employment front, sir, just to give you a quick, there are about 35 million people who are directly and indirectly connected, employed by this industry. So two major points which we can take away before we end from this is that where we need government policy support. One is the portion of interest waiver, because for 6 months we have been closed. There is an interest component which will be very difficult to. Banks will not give it because they have interest to pay their lenders. So here we'll need some government policy to help the industry. Maybe government puts in something, and we will also put in, and that interest portion can be repaid by us over a longer period of time, and government can help us with that. That is one aspect which is very important, needs a government policy. Second, sir, with the industry being affected, as you have rightly said, even for the next 1 year, even when we keep the hotel open, we will be losing operational loss because we have to employ, pay salary. So for that also, we will require some soft loan. Right now, no banks are looking at it because they are saying you're a hotel, you have no business, so I will not give you loan also. So there is no working capital loan. These two require some government policy which will really help us to just keep our heads up for the next 1 year so that we can manage our employees and the staff and the people that we have.
Sir, one request, Kishan Reddy Garu. See, in the 5-star hotel, sir, we have now in Telangana state especially, we have opened the, retail liquor stores on the streets. But in 5-star hotels, you cannot serve liquor to our guests. It has been shut down. Licenses have been taken, we are paying license fee. So it's very unfair, for us to, for the government to keep demanding us to pay, renew the license and do that, sir. So there are certain things, sir. I sincerely request you, sir, a task force has to be created at a very high level, under your ministry, under your leadership, especially focused on the hospitality industry. You have to do something, sir. Otherwise, 80% of the hotels will shut down, will not have any business.
Mr. Pradeep, Mr. Reddy Garu,
Sir,
do one thing. Come with 2-3 persons with action plan, your suggestions. You can meet finance minister and tourism minister. I will give appointment. I will make it appointment should give.
We'll come with Somaraju, sir.
Somaraju or anybody. I am general because you are looking in my video. That's why I have taken your names.
Oh, sure, sir. Sure, sir. We'll
come with a small delegation with detailed workout with some presentation also. You come to meet Mr. Finance Minister Nirmala ji. We are busy with, but State Minister Mr. Anurag Thakur you can meet, and also you can meet our Tourism Minister Prahlad Patel also. Both you can come and meet. I will fix the appointment.
That's an excellent idea, sir. I think the leadership will take it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Mr. Kohli, you want to ask anything before we close the session?
No, no. I'd just like to thank sir. It's been a great eye opener, and interacting with you has been a pleasure. I will not even compare our interaction with many other ministers with you, sir. But we really feel positive after having interacted with you. And as you have suggested, sir, we'll come with a delegation, small delegation, with all the points as you have suggested, and we will only
practical points. Those who can, Government of India can do.
Yes,
you can understand the Government of India situation also.
Yes, yes.
Some specific practical problems that government and India should involve and see that should be solved.
Yes, sir. We'll come not with a huge list. We'll come with a list which is doable and which is most important.
And Kohli Saab, just to give you, Kishan Reddy Saab is a very humble beginning in his life. I know him right from childhood. Sir probably doesn't remember me, but I've hanged out with him. A very simple, a very warm person. Okay, And very simple. See, we are both almost the same age. I look older, but he looks younger. His colors, But so he's a very nice gentleman, very warm person. I've been following him since his Himatnagar and Ambarpet days. Kishan, sir, we'll definitely meet. I'll personally meet you again. I spent 25 years in US. I came back. So again, I'll put my face in front of you. I'm sure you'll recognize me. Okay. Thank you very much.
Nina, would you like to add something on this?
And close it, a vote of thanks to the minister.
Sir, thank you so much. I think most of my points were covered by everybody, so I'm not going to take your time on this. But on behalf of our industry, we thank you for sparing your time and giving us the warm and positive feeling. And we definitely hope for at least 2 or 3 positive moves done by the government to help us revive and survive and bring back the 3.5 crore employees back in the industry earning some money. Thank you, sir, so much. Good night.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir.
రాజుగారు ఫోన్ చేయండి మీరు
Okay.
రాజుగారు ఫోన్ చేయమంటున్నారు.